So, guys, the Obedience asked Mr. Peter Obi to reveal his identity. I mean, to tell them about himself, his family, his real name. As in, they want to know who he is indeed. They were like, since they cannot really ascertain Tinubu's real name, his real school, and all that, they asked Mr. Peter Obi to make himself plain to them. And here is what Mr. Peter Obi told them. This sounds funny. Take a look.
Currently, the president selected by we cannot even verify his real name. So I might ask you one of the funniest questions, but please, let's start at the very beginning. Excuse me, sir. What is your name? Where are you from? Who is your father? How many siblings did your father give birth to? How many children do you have? Who is your wife? Just basic standard information that currently as we speak, we cannot even swear that the person in Asurok can give this information accurately. So let's just start at the most basic. Who is Peter from beginning? Introduce yourself to us.
Well, very simple. My name is Peter Gregory. I have a what I can call a local name, which I deliberately, people will always ask me, why even my children, Dad, why did you leave this off? And I said to them, I didn't know why my father gave me that name. Because, Peter, they say is rock. Then my father gave me an Igbo name that says, On Base. What it means that you can't die. So I said, what a combination. So let me remove this because I must die one day. Why should you say you can't die? So that's another side, but it's there. But that is Peter Gregory Obi. I was born in July 19th, 1961. So I was born after the independence. I always say that but of course, if there's any mistake, it's from my mother, not from me. I was born in Waterside Hospital in Onitsha. Everybody knows Waterside Hospital in Onitsha, where I was born. And I started my primary school in Holy Trinity Primary School, went to Santa Maria in Onitsha, and then went to St. Augustine. I was in 3 primary schools. The reason being that I had an auntie who was teaching, and my auntie is fond of me. So wherever she's transferred, she wants to go with me. And of course, I was born in a family of 10. My mother had 10 children, 10 of us. So we're quite a number. My parents lived in Onitsha. If you live in a town called Onitsha, everybody knows the supermarket they call Aldi So Supermarket. 75 New Market Road. That's my father's business, the oldest supermarket call it store in Onitsha, where my father used to trade in the 60s. Everybody knows him. That building is still there. It's where they have 75 New Market Road. They have now Mr. Biggs there, because of course, he's in years, of course. My mother is a baker and a trader. So I went to these primary schools that I mentioned. I went to Christ the King College. Anybody who went to CKC in Onitsha knows me very well because I passed where I was deputy discipline prefect before I left school, played for the junior football, at least in 1 or 2 matches. So I'm well known in the CKC. From there, I went to University of Nigeria, Nsukka, from 1980 to 84. There's nobody who passed through Nsukka who will tell you he doesn't know. What am I? I'm not saying that, I'm not claiming that everybody knows me, but most people know me. because everybody knows where I was as a student, University of Nigeria, Sudan. Since then, so if you go there, they will tell you where. In fact, the current Vice Chancellor is my mate. We came in the same time, left the same time. The current DVC, the two deputy vice chancellors are all my mates. We came in the same year and left the same year. If you ask any of them, they will tell you, we are all the same family. Since then, I've been to other institutions for training, maybe a few months and everything, some of which I'm an alumnus of, like Cambridge, Oxford. I'm a Kellogg scholar because I've done about 4 or 5 programs in Kellogg graduate school. So when you do more than 3, call it seminars, you become a scholar. So I'm a Kellogg scholar. I've been to other ones which are not ones like Harvard, Columbia. I'm a London School of Economics. I'm an alumnus of IMD in Switzerland, Institute of Management Development in Switzerland. I've been to INSEAD in France. So these are institutions, and they're all recorded. If you go there, if you say, has this man passed? If you look at my CV, you see what the training or seminar went there is recorded. You can go and verify them and all that. And of course, basically, I'm a trader. So then my trading life in Onitsha. And if you come to Onitsha, I still live in Onitsha. I'm speaking for you from Onitsha. Everybody knows it's the only place I can live in Nigeria. It's the only place I own a house that is my own. Built Portland, built it in my own and live there and everything. And that's where I'm speaking to you from now. You come to Onitsha, I tell people you're looking for Peter Obi, they will tell you. Started my business, went into the corporate world where I sat in different companies as director. At a particular time, I was the youngest direct chairman of a bank in Nigeria. And I think it's still the same case. I was chairman of a bank at 38, 39, Fidelity Bank. At that time, I was also a director in 2 other banks, Canadian Express Bank. I was a director in about 8 companies, out of which about 6 of them are quoted. I've been the chairman of Security and Exchange Commission. And of course, I was governor of Anambra State for 8 years, where I can tell anybody while I was governor, my commitment was an issue that has to do with development of a society, education, health, and pulling people out of poverty per capita. In education, you can go and verify, Anambra was number 1. In health, you can go and verify. In pulling people out of poverty, you can go and ask Mr. Bako or Samsudin, that was Minister of Finance then, ask them, who is number 1 in fighting poverty while we were there? Overall, we won the MDG, Millennium Development Goal, as the best performing state in Federal Republic of Nigeria. That started in the year 2000 and ended in year 2015. I became governor in 2006, was impeached, came back in 2007. We started in 2008, but by the time it was concluded in 2015, Anambra was number 1. I was even chosen by federal government of Nigeria and the United Nations office in Nigeria to speak at the UN gathering to say our experience. I left in 2014, and I've always said consistently, the day I left office, I I did not owe salary to anybody, pension, gratuity, all that were being owed before I came into office, gratuity and pension, especially at local government level, totaling over 35 billion were clear. I did not owe one contractor, one supplier, and this you can go and verify. And I had in 3 banks, Fidelity Bank, we had 12 billion naira left, $50 million. Access Bank of Nigeria, 12 billion naira, $50 million. Diamond Bank of Nigeria, Diamond Bank, $50 million, 12 billion naira. The 3 NDs are still living, the banks are still there, and I can show you the statements and everything. And since I left, there's no severance, no pension, nothing to me as a governor. I have never earned Anambra has never bought me a bottle of Coke. This is my 10th year of living office. Because I refuse to sign the Anambra Governor's Pension Law. Because I think it is wrong that somebody will stay 4 years, 8 years, and be paid 200 times what people who have spent their lifetime of 35 years cannot earn in their lifetime. Even when you've had the best, as governor, you're managing the resources of the state. So if you want to steal, you can steal as all those monies I'm saying are left, could have actually have been, I could have stolen all of them and even borrow more. Could have taken it away. Nobody asked me. I remember my late senior sister, Dora Akunyel, always asked me, Peter, why are you putting money in dollar? I said, well, listen, I'm just hedging. Now what I did is that I divided the money into 3, 1 in Naira, then 1 I'm using to buy shares, the other I'm keeping in foreign currency, just in case. They said, so why are you doing that? I said, well, listen, Auntie, every system saves. That is what I was brought up and taught in every way I've been. You must save for tomorrow, because this money we are sharing and eating is not only for this generation, it's meant for also for future generation. This oil we are sharing for is the diminishing assets. One day it must finish, so we must save for tomorrow. So there's nothing wrong in saving.
A nation that owes 7 trillion naira, about double-digit unemployment rates. Even look at how the election ran. Why are you interested in leading Nigeria? Just in 1 minute, just why are you? I mean, with all this stress, sir, I would have packed my bags and gone to London and taken a holiday. Why are you disinterested?
Well, for me, it is. Thank you very much for that question. Because you know that what is happening can change. You know you can change. You know it can be better. Where will you want to see a situation that can be better? And you will not want it to be better, because you can sacrifice for it and make it better. Because let me use the instance of what we're going through today. Especially, I was speaking to somebody. I was in Kaduna. I'm sure you must have seen it in the news just yesterday. I was in Kaduna. And I said somebody whom I argued for about 2015, 2016, when Buhari was coming into office, and he was telling me that as a military person, he's going to fight the insecurity. And I said to him, listen, you don't fight insecurity by might, by power, by using guns and everything and all that. Yes, you do that, but you have what you can call fighting insecurity in what I can call natural way. So we met again, and I said, are we more secured now? So he gave me a excuse. This I said, let me tell you. The first method of fighting insecurity is by ensuring that you pull people out of poverty. The more you pull people out of poverty, the more you fight insecurity. It is when you've done that that you will be able to deal with the issue of those you can call criminals. But today, the system has been criminalized because people have stolen the public wealth instead of investing it in critical areas of development like education, where you now have almost 20 million people, 20 million out of school children, where you have so many people who are supposed to be educated who have not had the benefit of passing through a school, where you have 130 million people living in poverty, and you say you want to fight security by shooting them or by putting police on. No, you need to start pulling them out. So when you think you can do something, why do you have to stay away from doing it? I'm sure you have read what the WHO said.
So guys, if you've been wondering why Nigerians voted massively for Mr. Peter Obi, I think this short story tells it all. Peter Obi is the man that really wants Nigeria to work. This man has great plans for this country. This man wants to handle Nigeria so that Nigeria will be able to compete with other countries of the world. You can see the transparency. You can see the truthfulness in Peter Obi. You can see why Nigerians really love Peter Obi. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.